Obviously, Sydney Sweeney has been politicized quite a lot, as well as her appearance. Everyone said that she was going to end wokeness single-handedly when she hosted the SNL skits and had her cleavage out, and it was like, her boobs are just going to end wokeness, guys. It's all getting exposed. And, I think people are being dramatic for no reason, but let's actually entertain the argument.
Well, somebody wrote this as a tweet, right? It was some guy named Richard
Hanania.
I don't know.
I think I've heard of him before, actually.
It's like Hilaria.
Yeah. he presents the case for Sydney Sweeney being right wing.
The better question is, does she need to be? How about she's left wing and you just don't care because you just like to look at her? That's fine.
Yeah, I don't know why that can't be.
What's wrong with that?
The case,
Like, why does everything have to be said through the political lens of what you affiliate with? That makes you a dork.
Yeah.
It really does. You should be shoved into a locker.
I think that it's refreshing to see a celebrity who's not openly hateful toward people who are right wing, which you can assume that would be her family members.
When we saw the thing the other day, she's like, I just love ice cream. I was like, cookies and cream ice cream. I'm like, she's just like Googling what do men like and then just saying what men like. And guess what? That's fine.
I think it's because she like represents some kind of normality.
Yes, she does. Of a time past.
Yes.
When egos were small and chests were big.
You would expect a young actress to be liberal, but in this case, there's a good amount of countervailing evidence.
Not really.
So here's the evidence.
I love that this is a thing.
She grew up in Northwest Idaho in a religious family. Her family turned out to be a bunch of MAGAs, with her dad wearing one of those blue line flag shirts. I don't know. I never saw the blue line shirt on her dad, but that was actually a thing that got her in trouble.
First of all, that doesn't matter because plenty of people who grow up in those families then go completely the opposite way.
True.
Because that means nothing.
True.
That means nothing.
But it seems like she still loves her family and doesn't want to throw them under the bus.
So she's not an ideologue.
Right. So she defended her mom and she defended the MAGA hats.
She's not Jennifer Lawrence.
She's definitely not someone with like TDS real bad, like Jennifer Lawrence. She's not outspokenly pro-choice or anything as far as I know. It says once that came out, she didn't denounce her family or give her money to BLM or anything. She's never said anything left-wing. In Hollywood, liberals have an incentive to express political opinions, while you'd expect conservatives to stay quiet. This was the theory behind Taylor Swift circa 2015, and I suspect that Swift was more conservative-leaning back then, but like a lot of young women, she moved left during the Trump era.
CB says she's not right-wing, she's right-schwing. Yes! We should make that the thumbnail.
Is it actually true that Sydney Sweeney has never said anything left-wing?
I don't know.
I'm
guessing most people aren't listening to what she's saying anyways.
She just showed up to the GLAAD Awards, which is the Gay and Lesbian Association Awards. They're the ones that like track the gay representation in every TV show and movie every year. So yeah, and she also has openly said that she identifies as queer. Also, with her new movie Immaculate, she said that it is meant to be metaphorical for abortion. So, but she didn't make a political statement about abortion in the process. So, similar to Margot Robbie, she does stay silent when it matters on political issues.
Which just makes her smart.
Yeah.
I'm ending the poll since we're in this question right now. I said, is Sydney Sweeney implicitly right-wing? 58% of you say no.
Surprisingly split, though.
41% say yes.
Guys, present your arguments. If you voted yes, I want to know why. Another one said, the argument against this theory is that she just did a movie mocking Catholicism. I think we can reconcile this by classifying Sweeney as a member of the Nietzschean right. Like, can you imagine being this much of a dork?
My favorite trend right now is people putting like philosophy in political quotes next to pictures of her and just saying she said it.
They put Hitler quotes over Taylor Swift.
They were like, I think they said it was like stuff about like Rothbardian economics.
Yeah.
And this attributes it to Sydney Sweeney.
That was done to Taylor Swift before it was done to Sydney Sweeney. They would use images of Taylor Swift and then put Hitler quotes over it like Taylor Swift is the one that said it. Seriously. And that was before Taylor Swift came out openly as left-wing. Pro-sex, pro-beauty, and hostile to both Christianity and leftism as two manifestations of human weakness. This would also explain the GLAAD Awards, since gay men in Hollywood are very aesthetically and morally pagan/fascist. Despite the historical... I can just hear the echo from inside the locker this guy was shoved in.
Yes.
Despite the historical accident of them being on the left in this country due to the power of the Christian right.
What power is that in 2024?
The Christian right doesn't have power in 2024. The left senses all of this. It's why this discourse has hit such a nerve, and they have pretended not to care. They dismiss this whole thing as stupid, then go write 20 to 30 think pieces on my one-sentence tweet. In an era of mass layoffs at seemingly every major media outlet, they still have the resources to create an entire literature on what Sydney Sweeney's imply about the future of wokeness. This tells us something. So I guess what he's trying to say is the left is afraid of Sydney Sweeney. They're afraid of her crypto-fascism. I just think that this is really dorky, and Sydney Sweeney, if she read this, would laugh at it.
Yep. But she wouldn't put him down because she's smart enough to know that person too could buy one of, kind of like Michael Jordan, Republicans buy sneakers too. She's like, look, these people buy movie tickets too.
Right.
Sydney Sweeney's virtue is that she's smart when it comes to business. She's good at marketing herself. She understands not to spew vitriol at the people who go to see her movies or watch her TV shows. She doesn't make political statements because they alienate certain people from your audience. Margot Robbie does the same thing. So that doesn't mean that she's right-wing. It just means that she's not a dummy.
There's a $20 one here from the Manic Mustache. Says, ask the wife what she thought about Sweeney. She said, not the biggest rack, but they are the nicest. Miss Mustache approves. There you go.
What a take.
There you go. That's perfect.
But I don't know if they realize people on Twitter are arguing, like writing theses about Sydney Sweeney actually being a Nietzschean rightist.
Just let her be hot.
Yeah.
She's like, Nick, what? Nick, what? Who? Like, she doesn't know who that is.
For all we know, she's secretly like a genius. Maybe she is a Nietzschean rightist or whatever.
I don't think she knows who Nietzsche is. I just don't.
Well, maybe she does.
I don't think she cares.
She had an education.
I don't think she cares.
No, that's the important part, is she doesn't care. Because she's a normal person. That's what people like about her, is that she doesn't care about politics. That represents most people. Mm-hmm. Jennifer Lawrence lost her status as the it girl because she started screeching about Trump and abortion. She used to be the blonde chick that went on Jimmy Fallon and talked about how she likes eating cheeseburgers. But Sydney Sweeney took her place. And that's just the way the world works.
Yeah, I'm looking for some of these the memes of her. They were so good. It's all these like political philosophy quotes with just her picture. Not even saying that it's a quote from her. It's literally just her picture next to political philosophy quotes.
You directed me to this article written entirely about Sydney Sweeney's diet, and I think it's the most insane thing I've ever read. So this is her mealtime staples of her go-to snacks and desserts. For breakfast, Sydney keeps it straightforward, reaching for fruit and simple carbs. I love a good bowl of berries and some eggs and a bagel, she said. And for lunch, she'll usually tuck into a chicken Caesar salad or a cheeseburger.
I picture her when she says all of this, she's going
hearty.
like this with her hair.
She said something hearty.
She did not say that.
That's what she looks for. Water is Sydney's beverage of choice. Ever since I was 12 years old, I was like, I'm just going to drink water. And I love it. And I've been drinking Bai also, which is flavored water. And I really like it because you can get kind of bored with water every day, but that's my balance. She has a major sweet tooth.
I like how your voice changed to a Valley Girl accent while reading her quote.
I love sugar. I love my candy. I love my cookies and ice cream. Her favorite dessert is a pizookie, which is basically a chocolate chip cookie with vanilla ice cream on top.
I'm picturing her. She like spills a little ice cream there. She's like, oh my God. And she goes, whoops.
It's my thing, she says.
Yes. Rita in the chat, Starburst water. Guys, they are trying to kill us with the flavored water. You cannot tell me, now there's like, not just Starburst flavored water, there's Skittles flavored water. You don't get to just make water that tastes just like candy and tell me that it's the same thing as water, okay? They're out to get us.
It's funny, there are 0 calories.
I'm sure. I'm totally sure. They're trying to kill us.
She also said she's never even tried coffee before.
Wow.
That's kind of crazy, actually. She said, I eat sugar so it balances out. Instead of coffee, I have Swedish fish or a gummy if I'm tired.
I'm picturing like her marketing team saying like, what candy is popular right now? What should we say she eats when she's tired?
Italian is usually my go-to for dinner. Okay, love that. She also finished this with, it's important to eat. I mean, I definitely one day will probably start eating healthier, but I work out and I'm active, so I'm able to balance it out. But I love food and it makes me happy.
I love food. Yes, isn't that cool? But
I love food and it makes me happy.
I do want to point out, guys, that what you risk by making this, what we risk here, I guess I'm not on the right, so it doesn't really matter. What you risk by making this a topic of discussion all over the internet is, by doing this, now journalists are going to start pressuring her to talk about it, and it's going to force her.
No, they've already done that.
Yes.
They've already asked her, like, what do you think about right-wingers on the internet talking about your boobs? And she's like, I try not to think about that. like, that's the only thing you can say, really. Yep. So I applaud Sydney Sweeney for just being so aggressively normal, because we're really lacking that.
She's like, right?
Days.
What's the right? Like wing of what? A bird?
She barely even knows who Trump is.
I love that.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.